Very good morning, children. Children, we had just started with lesson number 2, that is plant structure and function. Let us first recall what we had done in our earlier lecture and then we will continue with the lesson. Okay, children? First of all, we had seen about roots, and in that, we had seen about radicle and plumule, right? What are they? Radicle is the part that grows inside the seed, and plumule is the part that grows above the soil. Yes, children? Then we had seen about the structure of the root. Right, children? The root structure consists of root cap, root tip, root hair, primary root, and secondary root. Yes, children? What are root hairs? Root hairs are hair like processes near the root tips. Okay? The root tip is very much delicate, and this is the region of the growth of the root. The tip is covered by cap like structure called as root cap. The root cap protects the root tip from injuries. Okay, children? This was about taproot. Now we had also seen about other kind of the root, that is fibrous root. Thread like or fiber like roots arising from the stem are called as fibrous roots. Okay, children? Then we had seen that dicotyledonous plants have taproots, whereas monocotyledonous plants have fibrous roots. Children, I had explained about dicotyledonous plants and monocotyledonous plants. Do you remember this? Yes. Dicotyledonous plants means having two seeds, and monocotyledonous plants means having one seed. Di means two and mono means one. Fine, children? Then we had seen about two more kinds of the roots, adventitious roots and modified roots. What are they, children? Some roots are underground, whereas some grow from the stem just above the soil. So, the roots that grow just from the stem above the soil, these are called as adventitious roots. Fine? And children, the main function of the roots is what? Absorption of water and minerals and anchoring and supporting the plant, right? But some roots perform other functions as well. Okay, children? So, such roots are called as modified roots. Okay, and example of these modified roots are aerial roots, stilt roots, runners, breathing roots, etc. Fine, children? Then we had seen about the water level. When some water is poured in a small glass jar, then after few days we are able to see that the level of the water goes down. This shows that plants need water for growth. Right, children? Then we had seen about prop roots. The best example of prop roots is what, children? Banyan tree, right? And we had seen one example about Kolkata, right? A 250-year-old banyan tree in the Indian Botanical Garden. It covers a large area. Yes, children? Okay. Then we had seen about the stem. The parts of a stem are internode, node, bud, growing end, and finally a leaf. Fine, children? Then we had seen about leaf. The parts of the leaf are leaf base, stipule, petiole, leaf blade, midvein, vein, leaf margin, and leaf apex. Lastly, we had seen about two kinds of the leaves, simple leaves and compound leaves. What are they, children? Leaves of some plants have a single undivided leaf blade and a single midrib. Such leaves are called as simple leaves. Okay, children? And the leaf blade of the leaves is divided into many small parts called as leaflets. Such leaves are called as compound leaves. Fine, children? Yes. Now we will continue with the lesson. Children, observe the branch of the plants like rose, neem, coriander, hibiscus, etc. Fine. You all can see that arrangement of leaves on the stem is different. It may be alternate, opposite, decussate, whorled, spiral, etc. Fine, children? You all can see that? Yes. The first one is alternate. Next is decussate. The third is opposite. And the fourth is whorled. Right, children? And according to the shape, the leaves are rounded, palmate, lanceolate, and linear. Fine, children? Yes. Now, you have to take a people leaf and a maize leaf and observe them carefully. Right, children? You have to observe their veins, venations. Fine? Yes? Okay. The people leaf is divided into two equal parts by a single midvein which lies along the midline of the leaf blade, and secondary veins arise from the midvein. Fine, children? They are branched, so they form a network. And on the other hand, in the leaves of the maize, all the veins are parallel. Okay? You all can see in the figure, right? Yes. Running from the leaf base to leaf apex. So, children, people leaf blade has reticulate venation and the maize leaf blade has parallel venation. Fine, children? Yes. Did you understand the meaning of reticulate venation and parallel venation? Reticulate venation has secondary veins that arise from the midvein and they are branched and a network is formed. That is called as reticulum. So it is called as reticular venation. Okay. While in the maize leaf, there is no such network or of branches. They are straight. So they are called as parallel venation. Okay, children? Yes. Now, children, here is a very much interesting activity. Take a fallen people leaf and soak it in water for 15 to 20 days. Dry it and make a greeting card of the lace like leaf you get. Fine, children? When you soak in water for 15 to 20 days and then let it dry, then it forms a lace like structure. So you can use that in making a card. Fine, children? Now, children, you have to make a chart depending on the type of leaf, shape of leaf blade, venation, shape of leaf margin, shape of leaf apex, petiole, stipule, arrangement on the stem. Okay, just write it in the textbook itself. Okay, no need to write it in the notebook. नोटबुक में लिखना नहीं है. You have to write it in the textbook. Fine. Next. Children, can you all see this? Yes. Now we will see about flower. Okay. Which flower is this, children? Yes, it's a hibiscus flower. Okay. Now see the names: stigma, anther, petal, pedicel. Yes. And this is a vertical section of a hibiscus flower. You all can see the namings: pedicle, calyx, ovary, filament, anther, style, stigma, corolla, etc. Right, children? Now we will discuss in detail. Flowers may have a long or a short stalk called as pedicle. One end of the pedicle is attached to the stem. The other end of the pedicle is expanded and swollen, and it is called as the receptacle. Petals and other parts of the flower are supported on the receptacle. Calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium are the different parts of a flower. Fine. Now first we will see about calyx. In the bud condition, the petals are covered by leaf-like parts called as sepals, which are green in color. Oh, okay, children? They form the calyx. Fine. Then is corolla. This is made up of colorful parts called as petals. Fine. Observe the shape, color and smell of corolla of various flowers like rose, chrysanthemum, hibiscus, mogra, kanher, tagar, etc. Fine, children. Next is androecium. This is the male reproductive part of the flower and it consists of stamens. Each stamen is made up of anther and filament. Okay, children? Yes. And the last is gynoecium. This is the female reproductive part of the flower. This is made up of carpels. A carpel consists of stigma, style and ovary. Fine, children? Now, after maturity, the anthers burst and pollen grains which are released fall on the stigma, and this process is called as pollination. Okay, children, what do you understand by the word pollination? After maturity, anthers burst and pollen grains are released and they fall on the stigma, and this process is called as pollination. Due to pollination, ovules, that is egg cells in the ovary, gets fertilized. Fertilized ovules form the seeds and ovary develops into a fruit. Fine, children? This was all about flowers. Now, children, you have to do another activity which is mentioned down on page number 14. Observe the various flowers and complete following chart. Name of the flower, name of the sepals, whether the sepals are free or united, number of the petals, whether the petals are free or united, and form of androecium and gynoecium. Fine. And last but not the least, we'll talk about various fruits and seeds. Fine, children? On your right hand side, you can see various kinds of fruit. Yes, children? Jackfruit, cashew nut, mango, yes, peas, tomato, etc. etc. We eat many different types of fruits, right, children? Each type of fruit has its own characteristics, has its own feature. Yes, there are variations in the shape, color, taste, etc. Mango contains only one seed, whereas jackfruit consist of many small fruitlets, each with its own seed. Right, children? Observe the fruits of bear, mango, chiku, apple, etc. What do you all observe? That each fruit has a different skin or shell, fleshy part, and seed. In case of fruits like cashew, its seed is outside. Yes, children? Have you all ever seen? Yes. Soak the seeds of pea, wheat, rice, jawar, groundnut in water for 3 to 4 hours. Press the seeds with your fingers and observe them. Which seeds get divided into two equal parts? Children, as I had mentioned earlier, seeds which are divided into two equal parts are called as dicotyledonous seeds, and seeds which do not divide into two equal parts are called as monocotyledonous seeds. Okay, children, with this we have come to an end of chapter number 2. Thank you.